Hecklings in William Ruto's events are now becoming just too much. About 2 days ago, Ruto was in Kericho County, where we saw Kericho Governor Mutai being heckled badly in front of Ruto. This morning, Ruto was in Bomet County, and again the Bomet Governor Barchok has been heckled very badly. Have a look at this short clip before we continue. Why all these hecklings? We still remember Ruto was on the mountain, and again we saw some governors there being heckled. What's happening here, ladies and gentlemen? I strongly believe that there are some reasons that can explain why a leader is being heckled. A leader can be heckled because he's very unpopular on the ground, so the people don't want to hear from him. So a leader can be heckled because he's very unpopular on the ground. Secondly, a leader can be heckled because of political rivalry. Maybe his or her opponents have paid some youths or some goons to heckle the leader to create an impression that the leader is very unpopular on the ground. And then thirdly, a leader can also be heckled to send a message to another leader. And a good example to that is when Energy CS Davis Chirchir was heckled a few months ago in Bomet over the oil prices. We all know that Davis Chirchir is a William Ruto's foot soldier. Ruto has employed Davis Chirchir, and Chirchir cannot make any major decision in his ministry without consulting with William Ruto and top government officials. So when you see Davis Chirchir being heckled, I believe that Davis Chirchir is being heckled to send a warning to William Samoei Ruto. So what's happening in these political hecklings and most governors being heckled in William Ruto's events? I want us to dissect that for Kenyans to understand exactly what is happening here. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe in order not to miss our next analysis. Let's proceed. Let me start by saying this. If you look at a leader such as Barchok, months earlier, Barchok had warned Ruto against oppressing Kenyans. And in this platform, I did share that clip of Barchok warning William Ruto. I'm seeing Barchok's heckling as a planned heckling. And in this case, it might be possible that leaders who felt offended by Barchok's remarks might have mobilized those youths to heckle Barchok. And that might have been planned with the blessings of Ruto or his top allies or aides. So the heckling we have seen today in Bomet can be as a result of some leaders paying goons and youth to heckle the governor because of the sentiments the governor made a few months ago. I think that best explains what happened today. We saw Kimutai, the Kericho governor, being heckled about 2 days ago. If you look at that heckling of Kimutai, we all know that Kimutai is a staunch Ruto ally, and following him very closely and keenly, he cannot challenge William Ruto in any form. He cannot make some remarks that antagonize Ruto. So why was the Kericho governor being heckled? The Kericho governor was being heckled to send a message to Ruto. Besides the governor maybe not having performed, the people were sending a message to him and equally sending a message to Ruto that they're not happy with their performances. So the heckling of Kericho governor was because him as the governor, he has not delivered, and also a message to Ruto that they are not happy with this delivery. And again, if you look at Kericho Governor Mutai has been a fierce Raila critic. At one point, even called Raila Odinga a shetani. So it's highly possible that all he has been doing is to attack and abuse Raila Odinga and no development to the people. Again, if you look at what has been happening on the mountain, I strongly believe that those mountain leaders are not performing, and equally Ruto is also not performing. So the hecklings of those leaders on the mountain are meant to send clear messages to them and to Ruto. The ground is not just happy with their performance. So, what should these leaders do? I honestly believe that things might be changing in Kenya. The people are waking up to some hard realities. The first reality they're waking up to is that Ruto lied to them. He cheated them, he was going to form a government with them. The people are just annoyed with Ruto and they try to express their anger on these leaders. Besides the leaders also having their failures, they are being forced now to carry the failures and the burdens of Ruto's administration. The leaders should now let William Ruto go on with these meetings across the country. They should try very hard not to be accompanying him. So these leaders should actually stop or minimize following William Ruto. Ruto is killing their political careers. And I'm also seeing a very high possibility where William Ruto might be having a plan to replace these leaders come 2027, and is now exposing them to the people for them to be embarrassed so that it can bring up some new leaders. That's also something that can explain the hecklings. And that goes in tandem with what I've said, that those heckling these leaders might be paid and mobilized by close William Ruto's allies. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. Those watching us outside Kenya, drop a comment, let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. If possible, subscribe, give this video a like. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya.